Hi everybody, Scott here. I just wanted to make a quick video about counselling. I've had a few inquiries recently from people looking for counselling, and they've asked me what to expect in the first session. And because I consider counselling an art form as opposed to a science, I find it difficult to answer in a practical sense. And so I thought I'd make a video sort of describing what people could expect from the first session. So, like I said, everyone is different. Everyone's issues are different. What people need is different. People's goals are different. And so I come to a first session essentially with a blank slate, and I allow the client to present whatever it is that they're wanting to bring to counselling, and I essentially take it from there. And essentially the first session is about getting the story. What is the problem? How does the client see the problem? What is the client's goals or desire to address it? And I listen to all of that detail, while at the same time I'm listening for the information between the lines, because often people are stuck and are, we all, within ourselves, we sort of live in our own bubble. And so I listen for what's not being said or what's not being shown. And if I feel it's important to what they're talking about, I reflect back both what the client's saying as well as what I'm sensing is going on for them, if you like. And almost without exception, a client will resonate with that. So a first session is essentially getting the story and helping the client to clarify within themselves what it is that they want to work through, and then I provide both a practical process as well as a therapeutic process to help a client achieve their goal or to work through whatever it is that they've brought to counselling. And so to do that, I very much adopt I guess it's an eclectic approach, in the sense that I take from all forms of modalities and therapies and interventions whatever is going to work best for the client. And I think that's one of my skills, is being able to fit myself and my approach to the client. And so that's why it's difficult to say this is what you should expect from a first session. I guess you could expect me to understand what you're saying and where you're coming from, and help clarify the situation and provide a pathway through or out of that situation. So I very much provide a client-centered approach, and sure, I use CBT where appropriate, internal family systems, because I'm very much of the opinion that for a lot of us we require an inside-out approach. We require an approach that helps to address the internal mechanisms, and through the change internally we are now free to address and work through more effectively the external. Some other clients are not so much built that way, even though we all have an internal world. So other clients are a lot more practically minded, and so it's kind of holding both for a lot of clients. It's about helping clients to address their situations in a practical way, as well as helping to address anything internally that may have led to the outer world the problems in the outer world, whether it be career, relationships, or whatever it is. And a word that's been used to describe me as a counsellor is reconciliation. I have a heart to help people reconcile, and that's not necessarily reconciling two people to one another, although it certainly is that, but it's helping people to reconcile what's going on within themselves, because we can have estrangement within ourselves. We can have parts of us that are at war with one another. We can be in conflict within our own inner world, and I have an ability to help people bring reconciliation within the self. And so anyway, I just wanted to make this video to hopefully give some idea as to what a person could expect in a first session. I've kind of gone a bit all over the place, but hopefully that gives you a sense of what to expect. So I have an eclectic style that adopts a whole range of modalities and therapies and interventions, as well as I bring myself to the session to help a client to sit in the space and address and unpack their situation in a very clean and a very clear way. And so if you're interested in booking a session or just inquiring further, feel free to send me an email. Be happy to take your inquiry. The email's in the description below, and I'll see you in another video.